Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our continuing series about Hero Conf 2015. Joining us today is John Lee. He's managing partner at Clicks Marketing, and he's going to be speaking again at Hero Conf this year. How you doing today, John?
Doing good, Jeff. Thanks for having me, and hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here and excited for HeroConf.
Great. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you'll be speaking on at Hero Conf 2015?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got the good fortune of co-presenting with Frederick Fillets, and he's going to be covering Google shopping campaigns. And I'm going to take the other side of that coin and talk about Bing Ads shopping campaigns, otherwise known as PLAs, product listing ads. And so, again, there's a lot to talk about, whether it's Google or Bing. We all have to deal with feeds, product feeds. We have to deal with the actual campaign setup. And right now, other than the feed itself, Google and Bing are actually two very different processes. And so, really, I'm going to talk about one, context, and why you should use it. I think early on, when Bing's product first came out, there was a lot of hesitation and reluctance to use it because it wasn't as intuitive out of the gate, but a lot has changed over the last year and a half plus. And so just, again, get a little bit of context, but then, just kind of walk through the Merchant Center, getting that set up, and then talk about setup of actual campaigns and kind of put things in juxtaposition of here's what you're doing at Google, here's what you have to do a little bit differently in Bing, but then shed a little bit of light on what may be coming down the line, and talk about Bing's ambitions for parity between AdWords and their platform, and what does that mean for you, the end advertiser.
That's great. So, what do you hope people take away from your session?
Well, big picture, and this is kind of a mission of mine, generally speaking, and that is to remove bias over using the Bing Ads platform. And so I think it's silly that there are still people out there that just are reluctant, regardless of whether you're talking shopping campaigns or just regular PPC, to use Bing Ads. I think any argument they throw out is lacking in merit. And so, again, walking out of there without bias, but also just kind of break down some blinders, or maybe some speed bumps, if you will, that the people have seen that are keeping them from going forward with shopping campaigns specifically, and they're going to walk away hopefully excited, but with a little extra confidence to go back to their office and set some stuff up.
I think that's great. So much has changed for the positive in Bing. I'm really happy that you're trying to drive that message home to the rest of the industry.
That's right. It's something I'm excited about, so hopefully it rubs off.
I think it will. I definitely think it will. So, John, I know you've spoken at Hero Conf before. So, what's different about Hero Conf that you love?
Sure. Well, and it's the focus, right? So again, in my 8+ years in this industry, I've done search, I've done display, I've done social advertising. Not that whole time, right? It's newer than that. But I've also done organic search and worked on some organic social marketing campaigns, and I always come back to both just my personal preference, but also as an agency at large, come back to the paid media, right? So on search, display, and social advertising, and the fact that HeroConf is dedicated to that, it's great, right? Because that means there's going to be a lot of content, a lot of focus, and multiple viewpoints on each of these topics. Whereas, and I just spoke at SMX West last week. Again, great conference, right? Whether it's West or East or Advanced, again, they do a lot of things right, but because there's such a wide swath of content material, again, when it's paid or even when it's SEO or what have content marketing, again, you can only hit the highlights. And we try to dig in as deep as we can in our sessions, but you can only go so far. And so that to have an entire platform, multiple days where we can take the time and go deep in multiple areas, I think is exciting. One, as a speaker, but also for the attendees to come in and learn and again, walk away hopefully a lot smarter than when they walked in.
That's great. I think that you've answered all the questions of why people should be attending HeroConf. I really appreciate your time, John. Looking forward to seeing you at HeroConf 2015 in Portland, and I hope everyone out there in the audience gets the opportunity to attend to see John and many other great speakers just kind of dive into PPC and immerse themselves for a couple of days for some hard-hitting content.
All right, see you all there.
Great. Thanks a lot, John. Appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.